wanted to read a couple. Some of them are short from Drowning in the Darkness with this cool looking skull. Anyway, I don't know. Some of you might get into it, some of you might not. Anyway, but they're event poems, and this first one was written on August 31st, which was the day in 1888 that Marianne Brown was murdered, and she was the first known murderer from Jack the Ripper. This day also, in 1987, was the day that Princess Diana died, after being chased by paparazzi in the car crash, and she died. They happen to be both. So how do you cram that both in one short little poem? This one is called Everyone is to Blame. We struggle for our lives at our own peril. Women in history have had a hard history. Those who have fought hard to make it on their own, the only way they knew how, sometimes had it worse until their safety was in peril. What for walking down the street? What for trying to trust a strange man? But does it matter how any of these women are killed by a murderer or by paparazzi? For rich or poor, famous or hated, we all have to watch our backs. For this violence, everyone is to blame. Short one. This one is the longer one, then there's a haiku at the end. This one is called Voyager, and I'm looking at the schedule, and it was written for August 25th, which is the 2012 date that NASA's Voyager 1 spacecraft actually started the interstellar mission into actual outer space beyond our solar system. So this piece is called Voyager. It's frightening, exploring something for the first time. Getting up on your own 2 feet the first time, placing one foot in front of the other, keeping balance, walking. Turning the ignition of a foreign car, trying to check out every mirror and direction, shifting and learning to drive. Swimming down in the bottom of the ocean to see sleeping creatures and realize that you're above a bed of sharks. What were you thinking going down there for once on your own? What was your goal? Was it just to go up high, to touch the sky, to learn to fly? Though it's a scary thing, exploring something for the first time. Looking at a tiny oval-cornered window with the clouds 10,000 feet below as compressed air gives a hotel smell. Check your altimeter, that when sitting in the airplane with no door before you get up and walk to that gaping hole. When one president gave a decree to land man on the moon, no one knew how to do it. But it was all uncharted land, and it literally was flying by the seat of their pants. So when you start getting good at sending objects into space, decide to send Voyagers to the edges of our solar system to learn about the outer planets. But after their work's done, I'll do a flyby of the behemoth, flying those behemoths back. Don't bother trying to fly those behemoths back. So let's just see how far it can actually go, and if they can make it to the interstellar space. Maybe they might send us some new data, but who knew how long transmissions would even take to get to us? Usually our flying by the seat of our pants expression even works because, as I said, we've never done this before. It's frightening, for we still don't know what we might find. We even made a golden record with details about humanity in case those Voyagers discover life, hoping they might decipher our coded messages, now traveling into interstellar space. Long after humans may have even gone extinct, because, as I said, it's frightening exploring something like this for the first time. Yeah. Voyager. And one really tiny one, I said I might do this for National Aviation Day, which is on August 20th. I wrote this haiku that was called Use Your Mind. Now meant to take flight. Use propellers, rudders, wings. But first, use your mind. Haiku, something short and sweet, you guys. That is from Drowning in the Darkness from Down in the Dirt book. Thank you, thank you. And I think the next one on my list, Lorna, my love. Sorry, I had to say it that way. Sorry. So please, ladies, give it up for our next reader.